if there were just one fruit that I could choose to have in my edible garden, it would be strawberries. And I grow them in a manner of ways. So first of all, here at home, I grow strawberries in a strawberry pallet planter. And I have a tutorial on how to make these. It's just a single wooden pallet, and they're really great for growing strawberries in small spaces. Now at the allotment garden, I also have an entire bed dedicated to strawberries, and I've got pine berries in there, which are a white type of strawberry, and another red type. Now with strawberry plants, their productivity is about 3 years, so they'll still grow past 3 years, lots of green leaves, but fewer and fewer berries. So every few years you need to dig out those older plants and replace them, and that's what I've done at the allotment this winter. Is I took out 2 rows of the oldest strawberries and I'm replacing them with these. And these are a type called Mara de Bois, and they're from Thompson Morgan, UK. And they arrived by bare root, so they were bare root plants in February, and ordinarily I'd be able to plant them out at that time here on the island because we do have quite a mild climate. But as you know, it was very cold this spring. It still isn't the warmest. And so what I did was I potted them up into individual pots, and I've been growing them on here in the greenhouse. And now they're finally ready to go out in the garden. And what makes these really exciting for me is the supposed flavor. I've not yet tasted them. But those of you who have gotten back to me on previous videos or on social media have said that they taste amazing, that they're a bit like a wild strawberry in their flavor. So I'm gonna have a couple of rows of those, and they're already starting to form flowers, and some of them have little baby fruits on them that are already starting to grow. And yes, I'm very excited about those. Now Thompson Morgan also sent me another type of strawberry, and these are really special because they have pink flowers. Absolutely beautiful. There's the first one flowering right now. They're a little bit smaller, almost like an alpine strawberry so far. I've been growing them on in these modules. They arrived in kind of a fabric bound modules. So I'm thinking actually that these might do better in a smaller planting. So a few of them might go outside, but my idea is to plant them up in this. So this is a terracotta strawberry planter, and I've had it for a few years and I haven't really been using it, but I thought that would be such a special thing to have pink petaled strawberries growing out of this near the house. And so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm going to be planting up the Just Add cream, the pink petaled strawberries in this one, and then heading out into the allotment garden to plant up the Mara de Bois strawberries in the strawberry bed. Planting these guys up is really easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the bottom with some broken terracotta pot shards. And I've heard that this isn't a necessary step. What do you think as far as drainage is concerned? My gut feeling is to put them in there just to stop any of the compost running out, but I think there was an actual study done that said that you don't really need to do this step and that it doesn't actually help with drainage. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyway, I've got those terracotta pot shards in there already, and then what I'm going to do is fill this with some organic farmyard manure, and I'm just going to fill it up to the first set of holes. Strawberries are really heavy feeders, so rich compost is a must when you're planting into such a small container. So I've got compost in here up to the first holes, and now it's time to put in the plants. The second biggest problem with these pots is erosion through these holes. So what I'm going to do is use some old landscaping fabric, and I'm going to wrap this around the plants before I put them in, and that should help stop any kind of erosion from around the roots of the plant. And the slit I'm going to put at the tops and just wrap it around the plant so that just the leaves are popping out. and then put it inside. You could probably use straw as well if you wanted to stick with purely natural materials, and that's what I use in the strawberry palette planter as well. So just straw wrapped around the plants and then put in either through these holes or with the strawberry palette planter through the slats there. Okay, so I've got 3 plants on the bottom rung, and I'm just going to fill the compost up again until the next set of holes. Now I'm just pushing down on the compost to make it a little bit more compact. When the plants grow, all of that black material will be covered up by green leaves, so you won't see it. And I'm just going to now fill it up to the top with compost, and I'm going to put a plant on the top as well, or maybe 2. This is that plant that is showing its very first pink flower. So pretty. Now the last thing before watering is topping the compost on the top with some alpine gravel or horticultural grit. And this not only looks pretty, but it helps the compost to retain water. And it will also stop any weeds from starting to grow in there, where it'll help prevent that. Now the last thing to do is to water them. So here at the allotment, I've cleared these 2 rows of strawberries and mulched it with a good couple of inches of well-composted horse manure. And I'm just going to go ahead and plant in all of these Bois strawberries today. And yes, I think that they'll be nice and happy in this new bed, and especially with the weather turning out a little bit better for us now, they will continue to grow and produce strawberries in June. Spacing them out about 12 to 18 inches apart and staggering them in rows. And I should also say that I hardened these guys off over the past week. So that means I took them outside during the daytime, let them get accustomed to the temperature, to the wind, and then took them back inside the greenhouse at night. So that means that they are prepared to be outside overnight tonight. So those strawberries are all planted, and I have a few left, which I'm going to take home and replant my strawberry palette planter with. It needs to be replanted as well. All the plants in it are quite old, and it's time for some rejuvenation. In any case, I'm interested in knowing what varieties of strawberries you're growing this year. So let me know in a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll be back next week with another gardening video from Lovely Greens. See you then.